Were you naughty as a kid?
Uh, Me, when I was a child, I think I was the naughtiest kid in my family.
Anyways, not about me. Forget about me. I just want to know about you. So this session is all about you.
Great,
Hi.
wonderful. Please, hello. Please tell me a little bit about yourself before we begin.
Okay, so my name is Priya, and I'm an IELTS trainer. I teach IELTS, TOEFL, PG. These are English language proficiency tests. Apart from that, I'm a mom of a kid, and that's it. So all about that.
How old is your kid?
She's 3.5 years old.
Wow, this is the year when she's the most naughtiest, I'm guessing.
Obviously, yeah, pretty much.
What's her
But
name?
I think when I compare with other kids, I'm fortunate enough, I guess.
Were
She
you
listens.
naughty as a kid?
Me, when I was a child, I think I was the naughtiest kid in my family.
Then I think whatever your daughter does, she can't match up to what you you were. So you got off easy.
And where are you from, Ria?
I'm from Bombay.
Okay, Bombay. So
Yes.
you've been living there, or it's like it's your native place?
Not really. So I've stayed in around 7 cities in India, and Bombay is one of them.
Wow. So what are the cities? Can you name them at least few?
Absolutely. So I basically was born in Jharkhand. Then I was raised in
Okay.
Jharkhand, West Bengal. Then I moved to Bangalore, then Chennai, then
Oh,
Pune, then
wow,
Delhi.
Chennai. So you seem like a little bit South Indian, if I'm not wrong. So basically, like you're from
I get that
city,
from a
right?
lot of people. Yes, I get that
You
from a lot
hail
of
from which city?
Calcutta,
Oh,
Bengal, basically. Yes, yes,
so
yeah. But my
Bengali.
husband is a Malayali, so I think the whole South Indian transition happens there, maybe. But
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, when
great.
I've seen your portfolio, I mean the photo, profile
Yes,
photo.
yes.
So I can see that you wore a sari and really it was good. So I felt you were
Thank
a
you.
South Indian like me.
I trust me. There are so many learners. Whoever is joining for the first time, they definitely mistake me for a South Indian. They generally think that I am one, and then they come to the class, and I wouldn't say I am not one because I am kind of,
Yeah,
but
you are.
yes. Right. Okay. So Priya, since you're already doing IELTS, you're already doing coaching. Why clapping it?
It's just to explore. So I have a YouTube channel. So
Right.
it is T English official. So
Okay.
maybe not that big, so but it has 30K subscribers right now. So yeah,
So you're saying 30K is not that big?
yeah, I feel so. So I want to hit like 1 lakh in a short
You,
span of time. So
I'm sure.
yeah, I'm just
I'm
looking
sure.
for. Yeah, I
You
teach
will reach those levels.
IELTS, TOEFL, and even other languages. Anyways, not about me. Forget about me. I just want to know about you. So this session is all about you. So, like, what do you do apart from clapping? Go. So it's like a part
Um,
time, right? So what do you do
it
apart
is.
from
It
clapping?
is. So I had the communications department in my organization. We make
Oh,
websites.
good,
Yes.
good,
Then I
great.
take care of the content part completely. And whenever I have time,
Okay.
I work with Clappingo. Then I work as an art therapist.
Yeah, yeah.
And then, yes.
And when I got that word, content, right? So I think a lot of people misunderstand between the words like content and content. Seriously,
Yeah,
content is something like happiness, right?
absolutely.
Content is something like what we are doing right now. So you
Absolutely.
are making your content,
Yeah.
right?
That,
So it's something
yeah.
like, so like seriously, English sometimes it surprises people, and it
You know,
surprises actually the basic learners, like when they're learning, right? So they feel
it's only
confused between
because
words.
you know what happens, Priya, only because we kind of do not know which English to follow. So when we were learning in school, we used to follow British English, right? Because most of our textbooks are made according to the British rule of English. Then when you come out, the lingo in our community is American English, right? And Americans have twisted words and have made their own
Yeah,
slangs and stuff like
yeah.
that.
I think you went on mute. You're on mute right now.
Hold on to.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so actually you've unmuted, I guess, right now.
Hold on. Did I just no, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, actually, your voice went off and again on. So I was
Yeah,
just,
I got a call. I got a call. Yes.
oh, no problem, no
Yeah.
problem. That's not an
Right.
issue.
So what you're telling is a very, very big part of why people make mistakes because they don't know which English to hold on to. Right.
Yes,
So
that's
so
really
they
true.
go so they move on to so we are always like crossing paths with British English and American English, and then we mix and match.
That's true.
And and that's where we kind of make mistakes in words like content and content. Yeah.
Yes, yes. Because most of my students, they ask the same questions. Why, ma'am? Why? Why can't be one word has one meaning? That's it. So why they're confusing between the words? Like why they're playing with us? So they keep on asking me the same questions. So recently there are many questions that were snowballing at me, like uh, they have asked me like how to improve your pronunciation, how to improve your vocabulary, how to enhance it. So how to be, how to actually talk for a topic. So because if you take IELTS, like it's completely different from what we speak daily. So general talk is
Absolutely.
totally different from what we do in IELTS. So most of the people ask me like in what way we can speak to get 7+8, something like this. So I feel surprised, like what is so I know the rules and regulations what students need to follow, but then also even some people miserably fail, getting around 6.5 sometimes, even though they're pretty good at speaking. I
True.
don't know like what's really the cause or the reason behind it.
You know what happens, Priya? Because I've seen learners come and ask us, ma'am, I want to catch that accent. So what happens is we don't realize that an accent doesn't work. You know, the
Yeah,
neutral accent
that's
is the
really
best
true.
accent, right?
Yes,
If you
yes.
have neutral accent, that is what takes you to places. If you try to follow or copy an accent, and I think obviously media is also, responsible for it, because we watch Netflix, we watch other streaming platforms which
Obviously.
kind of showing, so they have their own. So US as a country also has different kind of accents in their own country.
Yeah,
British as a
even
country has
UK as
different
well.
accents.
Even yeah,
Exactly.
if you take England, in different parts of it, London follows a different accent. Again, in London itself, different parts of the London follow
Absolutely.
different accent.
Yes. Then Scottish accent, then Irish
Yeah,
accent. So there are
Irish.
so
Yeah.
many, right?
Yes.
What
Yes.
happens is we get stuck in the accent part, where we should focus on the language as more. So what I kind of advise people is to go and listen to audiobooks. Okay. If it's Indian, nothing like it.
Would you recommend Audible? Is that so? Like, would you
Absolutely.
recommend
Audible,
Audible?
Storytel,
What
Audible.
kind of apps that you recommend for students, especially if they have
I,
to improve their pronunciation?
I would generally say that don't
Audible.
take. True. I would just generally say that, in the first instance, don't go and pay, because all of these are payable subscriptions,
Yeah,
right?
paid app.
Go to YouTube. You will find a lot of English voiceover artists doing a lot of audiobooks, because I'll tell you why. Voiceover artists are told to practice neutral accent, right? So
Okay.
that
Okay.
people focus on the story and not the accent,
Oh,
because they're telling
yeah.
a story. So I always tell people that go and follow the story. Don't listen to the accent, but see how he is pronunciating the word. See where he's putting enunciations. See how
Right.
intonations are done. See where there is a
Seriously.
comma.
Now you're into the same field, I guess. Like seriously, when I teach my students, usually I just take these words. I pick saying that rate of speech, intonation, rise and fall of your voice while you're speaking, and also your pitch, your tone. You should not be monotonous, right? So while you're
Absolutely.
speaking, there should be a rise and fall of your voice. If you're monotonous, you feel so boring, like while you're talking, and
True.
people don't get in. They don't feel any kind of interest in continuing the conversation.
Absolutely.
So it feels so, you have to feel some kind of curiosity sometimes. You need to express things, you need to use gestures. So there's a lot of things that's really important. And
Absolutely.
also when coming to like the accent part, I say that for IELTS students, I don't think we need to follow any kind of accent. Whatever
Not at
you
all.
have, just follow that.
Yeah.
And you need not match British pronunciation or American pronunciation. You have an Indian English pronunciation, right? Just to
Exactly.
follow it. That's really important.
Exactly. Yeah.
So I don't think you need to match up someone, and accent plays a role. And
Yeah.
people ask me, for accent, do they have any kind of marks? No, not at
True.
all.
True. Because the same exam is taken for a lot of countries, right? If you want to go abroad, for a lot of countries, IELTS is the examination you take. Now, if you keep following accents, I think the idea of the examination is not so that you copy that country's accent. It's more about, if you, in your own way, in your own words, can you accept English and also understand what they're saying? That is what it
Even if
is.
you take the simple word, what you said, pronounce or pronunciation, actually, most of my students they mispronounce it, saying that pronunciation, madam. Pronunciation,
I
madam.
know.
It's
I know.
pronunciation, right? So The same thing happens, like even I think it's like our education system. I need to blame it seriously because
True, you're right.
because because that is the only thing. The foundation is really important. Once that's not good, I think hours of time is spent on it. You feel really bored because you need to unlearn that, and then again you need to learn it back. You have to start from
Absolutely.
zero. So you
Absolutely.
need to start from scratch. You can't do it like, okay, I'm at basic level, so let's teach me to an advanced and expert level. So even you're at a basic level, there are a lot of things that you do mistakes. So when it comes to pronunciation, when you enunciate your words, when you talk, when you sentence formation, when it's coming to complex and compound sentences, there are a lot of things that you make wrong. So
Absolutely.
from where I should correct. So there are a lot of things that I need to,
True. True.
make it right.
So yeah, that happens, because like you said, if the basis, I'll tell you what. So when we speak, we don't generally, dissect a sentence and think, hey, I just spoke an adverb. Hey, I just added a verb. That happens only because our basics were very, very, strong. When
Wrong.
we were learning, we learned about all of things, and now it has become so natural that we don't kind of
Yeah.
explain it.